Hey guys, what's going on? Sadiq. Welcome to Experiences with Sadiq. Season 2. Experiences with Sadiq is about all things real estate. A show where communication is key, advocating for the people is bliss, and knowledge, it's inspiring. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the show. And oh yeah, don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. Whether you're buying or selling a home, I'm that guy. Let's go! So, we're doing something slightly different today. Typically on my podcast, I educate first-time home buyers and sellers in regards to the process of real estate. But this one we're taking a different turn on this one. This one is very important and is very crucial to the real estate industry. And the reason why I'm taking this turn is because a lot of things has been occurring with us realtors, especially the woman realtors. You know, protection is an important factor. It's key to what we do. And you know, I'm going to talk to a woman. Women are in a vulnerable state, right? It's easy to take advantage of a woman in most situations. Today, I have a great friend of mine that you guys probably saw on my last podcast episode when I sat down with his lending company, because my man is also a lender, but he does more than that. He's a unique person in his own way. He's actually a combat fighter. And the reason why I wanted to bring him onto this platform today is because of what's been going on, how women are being put in vulnerable situations, not only women, but guys as well, but more so women, because I guess for lack of better terms, I don't want to say they're not as strong, but physically, you know, a male is physically stronger than a woman. And the last thing we want is a woman to get caught up in a situation where they can't get out of. So today I have my man Sasha to teach you the breathe, move, fight. Am I correct? Breathe, move, fight technique that he has combat-wise to help women and male figures, realtors, on how to handle a situation, a vulnerable situation that they see them in. My man Sasha, how you doing today?
Awesome.
Thank you very much for this episode on the podcast, and I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to go through with you with this. If you don't mind, talk to the people, let them know who Sasha is, what Sasha is about, and how Sasha is taking his skill and applying it to the real estate industry.
Absolutely. So, as Sadiq had mentioned on previous podcasts, I do have a program called The System. The basic mantra of it is breathe, move, fight. Very simple, very effective, but as most things, simple things are hard to do. So I'll help you get to that point where you can apply those principles. In terms of me, I am originally from Canada. My parents fled from Yugoslavia, moved to Canada, grew up in Canada, and not in my plans, but I made it to Rhode Island, stayed in Rhode Island, and I love being here, and then brought this system with me. It is a Russian martial art. Actually, it's headquartered in Toronto, Canada, nice. And that's actually where I got introduced to it back in 1999, 2000. And so for the most of it, I do have a traditional background. I do Taekwondo. I've done many other martial arts, like obviously boxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, anything you can think of. And most martial artists, once they get in, they dabble in and out. And I always say, as a martial artist, it's like the mob. Once you're in, you can't get out. So you just love it and you get into the culture. But Sistema, or the system, is really something that really started to differentiate my idea of what I would teach to people to protect themselves, not just teaching them sort of, your typical combos and your kicks, which I love to do. I like a good knee. I like a good roundhouse, those strikes, once you have them, they're definitely very useful. But as we know, in the real world, there are so many other factors that come into play, and I'm sure you can attest. Yeah. Sometimes when you're out there, you get into a hot mess, and there's a lot of things you don't expect, and you're like, I never used Taekwondo ever in those situations. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that opened my mind, and once I got presented this, the trainer, who for me, my trainer in the system is Vladimir Vasilyev. I went to the school. Guys were very humble, very just laid back, and they just made a mess of me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, I need to learn this. Right? And I was a black belt in martial arts, so, and obviously trained with an Olympian and all and many other top martial artists, but this was just phenomenal. So throughout the years, bringing it to the States, I started to fine tune the program and try to make it as simple and understandable, because it can get a little bit ethereal for some people, because I always say, I'm teaching you how to have an intelligent, intuitive mind and body, but how do you teach that? What do you do without following a scripted sense of moves? So the breathe, move, fight is good. So the breathing essentially is to always maintain optimal emotional and psychological state. The movement is just very simple. Like if I don't want to get hit, I need to move away, right? I don't need to do a block. I don't need to do some of these fancy stuff that if they don't go well, I'm screwed one way or the other. Fight is exactly that, that if it comes down to it and I need to fight, then I'll have the skills to fight and protect myself. And it's not just brute force. It's being smart, it's being unpredictable, and it's being, again, like I've mentioned before many times, being resourceful with what you have on hand.
And that's great to know. And so I'm pretty much dressed down today. Obviously, I still have my, my famous V-neck white T-shirt on.
You should have brought it. Take that tie. We'd use that tie.
I'm down in sweatpants. I got sneakers on. And today, Sasha, one of the things that we're going to actually learn those 3 processes: breathe, move, fight. And he's going to show you how you should utilize these 3 processes to your own advantage. And if you don't mind, Sasha, as we're getting ready, so you're going to see some movements, some techniques, that he's going to show, that he's going to test on me. So listen, if I end up in the hospital, mom, dad, just let you know I'm in the hospital because of Sasha.
No. I'll take care of you.
But it's going to be great. It's the first time I'm ever doing something like this, and I'm actually happy because there's something that realtors can really use. And once again, please don't do something like this at home. Make sure, if you're going to try something like this, or you want to try to learn something like this, look up or look for an individual like Sasha who can actually train you in the proper ways of doing this, all right? Versus you being at home and trying out one of your kids or your husband and you do the wrong thing, that can injure them. So safety is always first, and to learn that safety, see guys like Sasha. So Sasha, let's go, let's do it. First, we'll start with the first process. As you're talking, let us know what that first process of moves all about, and how should a realtor or a lender, whoever is in a vulnerable situation, how they utilize move. Let's go.
All right, so breathing first and foremost is essentially life, right? So we need to know that we can breathe. And the breathing meaning, because when you're fearful or stressed or whatever, like usually I would say this to people, when you go to a haunted house, right? When something pops out, where do you go?
Yeah.
People just sort of hold their breath, right? Well, anything that's sort of a surprise, any situation that takes you off guard, people will tend to brace themselves. That's okay for the moment, but you got to start breathing, and you got to start relaxing, and you need to start regulating your heart rate. And as we were just discussing, right, how important the circulatory system is, and in terms of your breathing, is that, once you start getting your beats per minute past 115, your fine motor skills start to dissipate. You get up to 130, 140, 150, then your cognition starts to go away, your problem solving skills, and that's when you get into shock. And unfortunately, if you don't have the tools to help regulate that, like breathing is a weapon also, is that I need to know that I can at least calm myself down. So now that I can look around, where's my escape? Do I deal with him? Do I not deal with him? What are my options? So the breathing is actually, first and foremost, it's in through your nose, out through your mouth. So, right? And then out through your mouth. And now the big thing is, do that again, inhale. Now exhale, now really exhale. Yeah, and keep your posture. Good, exhale. Good, now take a smaller inhale. Now exhale. Small inhale, exhale. Now how do you feel so far when you do the small inhale, long exhale, how are you feeling? Does it sort of a little bit bring you down a little bit?
The small inhale is more, it feels like more relaxed.
Yep.
The big inhale is it's almost like it releases.
Right.
Whatever you're feeling,
Right.
That's how I feel.
So think of it this way. Now when you inhale, clean the brain. Exhale, relax the body. Good. And then what happens is that you don't have to take the deep inhale anymore. What you do is it's just normal.
So you're relaxing.
Right, and that alone, we do the 5 and 5. So if you do that 5 times, if you can do 5 seconds, inhale, exhale 5, inhale 5, exhale 5. You do that for maybe a couple times, your blood pressure starts to lower very quickly. Now, there is another technique that they call military breathing or square breathing. It's commonly used in the military with the snipers, for example. So when they're running in the woods and all of a sudden they got to get a target, right? For those who don't know, their shooting's based on their heart rate.
And they're breathing. I heard
Right.
about
So
that.
you can't be, trying to shoot. So they do a lot of times, and most of the times they do, is square breathing. So this, again, another tool that you can use in your everyday life, and you don't need a professional, just do it at home. Trust me, you won't pass out or nothing. But you inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold the exhale for 4. So try that. So ready? Go inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now relax. Now, one thing we're already learning about you, right, is that you got to slow your inhale. So you don't have to do it fast, right? You can do it slow, like, and then hold, and then exhale, and then hold. And you do that 3 times, your blood pressure already starts to go down.
Nice.
And it starts, and again, we can go down a big rabbit hole, but there's also the mind-body connection is actually a vagus nerve, which you can all Google it, you can figure it out. The vagus nerve is what is actually connected to the back of your brain, right over here, down, all the way down into your gut. And that is your communication between everything. A lot of motor skills is linked to that. And the quickest way to get that calmed down is through that square breathing. So that could be another time we could talk deep into that. But first of all, that's the breathing. Now, what I want you to do is, watch this. You're gonna exhale, you're gonna squat on the exhale, and then inhale on the up. So I'll show you. Try that. And then don't move until you breathe.
Don't move till I breathe.
Why? So if I'm not breathing, right? Now I'll first breathe. I don't need to inhale yet. Now I'll inhale. Up. So what that does is that we also teach through breathing. Breathing is what's going to help you move and escape. For example, if I had to duck and I'm going, it's like I'm in, like, you start to get stiff, right? If there's some shooting or whatever the case is, I need to escape. I need to disappear.
Yep.
My breath will give me that freedom to move. Conversely, if I'm tired and I can't get up, right? My muscles are tired. My breath will be my tool to help me move in those tough situations. You know what I mean? Or even if I'm on the ground, right? I'm on the ground and I'm trying to get up. Well, so I relax and I get myself up. And that helps me bypass any tension, because a lot of times when I'm on the ground, you see people go, and then they have a hard time getting up.
Interesting.
So it helps with your mobility. And again, what we do is we learn how to synchronize our breathing with our movement. Now you're gonna inhale on the way down, and then, good. And now what's the difference you find between the two, the inhale and the exhale?
Oh no, you tell me.
Well, what's good is try it. Okay, do the exhale, down, and then inhale up. Good, now breathe normally. And then when you're ready, inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up.
I don't know.
Well, let me put it this way. I'll give you an idea, right? So say for example, you're gonna push me. All right, so most people, they'll push, right? I'm gonna hold my breath, go.
It's stiffer.
Right, what do you feel on me? There's lots to push.
Tense.
Right, it's easy to push something hard, right? Now go ahead, I'll exhale. What do I feel, what do you know what's difference with that?
You're a little more stiffer.
On
You
the
have
exhale?
control?
There's definitely some stiffness, but do it again, look, I'll relax, right? Then I'll be tense. What's the difference?
Shit. Listen, This is all new to me, so I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Right. No, and this is perfect because that's what we do actually. This is the whole idea of knowing thyself, right? Because if you know yourself under stress and duress and tension and relaxation, then you'll know how to weaponize that against somebody else, right? So for example, if I'm stiff, right, push, right, you push me further. When I'm relaxed, right, go ahead, right, I'm still in here and I can still work on you.
So you quicker, it's easier for you to react.
I'm adaptable, I can escape, and I'm not all stiff. Because if I move away and all of a sudden now you're gonna draw something or you come after me, there's a distance that's your advantage. But the moment you're pushing me, right, and I'm close, right, that softness allows me to work on you. You know what I mean? So again, you learn how to utilize each as you wanna utilize it, right? Likewise, say you come grab my arm. Now, when I stiffen, what are you doing? What do you feel like?
I'm tensing.
Right, if I relax, see how you relax right away? You let go, right? So that's an instinct. When people tense, right, if I want to release quickly, relax there. See, you just let go of yourself without even having to do anything.
Interesting.
Right, because people, whenever there's tension, it's like a magnet, tense up, they want to hold more because there's that fight that goes on. You relax, there's a moment, see, you feel my fingers relax? That's your escape. So it's that proprioceptive awareness where, like, even if you grab me by the neck, go ahead, squeeze. If I squeeze in, right, what am I actually doing? I'm choking myself. No, because, right, the more I go like this, right, I always tell people, just walk away.
Sorry about the break.
No, that's fine. Do it again. So the moment I feel it, right, that's the movement.
All right.
Why am I stuck there? You'll see moves. Go again. And then we got to do this, right? And then we do this, right? Again, you come in, right? I can really quickly escape, and I can move, and I don't have the tension there. Worst comes to worst, you do it to me. I always tell people, I'll do it to you, right? Why do I need to be the prey, right? As much as you're the predator, I can change it to being the predator myself, and you become my prey. So again, there's a lot that goes on in this in terms of mindset, but it goes back to, the more, do it again, right? If I squeeze. Squeeze.
Are you sure?
Right, but you see, if I can relax, right? Is it easy for you to squeeze when it's relaxed?
Nah, because you're...
Right, I'm gooey.
Yeah.
Right, you want to be gooey. So if as much as I squeeze, right, exactly, what can I really, there's not much I can do. Now, people will say, okay, they come in this way, but again, we can go down that rabbit hole too. There is a blood choke, which is the arteries, and then there's an air choke. So most people want to make you pass out, they'll go here. They want to do damage to you, they're going to squeeze you this way. So knowing that principle, if I feel you squeezing, go ahead, right? I'll release one of the blood vessels, so at least I know I'm not going to pass out. Do you know what I mean? It's simple things like that too. And if I know you're coming this way, well then you need to also move that out of the way. Right, move it. So I'm not going to let you do the air choke. Do you see what I'm saying? So anyway, so on that note, what we're going to do next is though, we want to go down the breathing route? All right.
Just breathe, move, fight. We got three processes here, so I'm down.
All right, let's go to move actually. So this is another good one. It's not necessarily a technique, but it's a principle of you stay there, all right? The moment I come to you and your spidey senses start to tingle, you just tell me to stop.
Stop.
Perfect. So this is your personal space, right? So that's where you start, your body starts telling you, hey, you need to step the F back, right? Because if I go like this, right, it starts, again, that starts to really tingle. So how do you maintain your safe space, right? In one sense, the moment I move, once you feel that, when I move towards you, you move back. You keep like a magnet.
Also, you so you want to be able to have control of the situation.
Right, exactly. Right, like so if I'm in this position, say you're coming towards me, right? So that's my space right there, right? It's good enough for me, right? Because if I just freeze and all of a sudden you're in my space, that's when you have guys that they're right in your space. You know what I mean? So again, tactically, and it doesn't even have to be mano a mano. Like say you're coming into my space, I can still move this way. I mean, I can move, I can still talk to you, and I can move out. It's not getting into a fighting stance, right? I don't do everything from there. Right. I also control, exactly. Because your target is here. So if you want to try it again, I'm going to move in a way, right? And again, this is confrontational. This is sort of, hey, it's okay, we don't need to fight. You know what I mean? I mean, that's on a good day after the club, a couple of drinks. Yeah, we're not going there, right? But do you see what I'm saying? It's also putting you in a good space. Stay there. You have a knife. Same thing. Actually, no, you stay there. Now you tell me where your personal space is with the knife.
Oh, it's distance.
Okay. So right there already?
It's right there. I see that knife.
So this one's a fake knife, right? All right, so let's use a real one. right.
That's actually real.
Right? So if I'm here, how do you feel? So if I'm
feel a
coming
little more
closer, what should you do?
I'm moving.
There you go, right? You need to maintain that space, right? So exactly, now am I too close?
You're too close.
So then move further.
Interesting.
Now, do you move better backwards or forward?
I move, in a situation like that, I'll move better backwards because I can be able to see where. Interesting.
You should, if I'm running towards you, who's going to be faster, going forward or backwards?
You are.
Right.
You're running forward.
God gave us a tilting head. You can still see me. Face that way. Can you still see me using your peripherals? Can you
I can
see
see
me?
that angle.
Can you see me?
I can see.
Yeah.
So I'm running
Absolutely.
like that. I see what you're saying.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
You have it, right? You're coming towards me. I can still walk. We talked about peripherals.
Yeah.
You're still there. I'm not worried, right? I know my exit's over there.
Yep.
You come a little bit faster. Exactly, right? I can
So you
still
have
move.
control of
right.
the situation.
And again, what we do is everything somebody attacks you, they're giving you a gift. You come in with the knife, right? You're there. I'm already working on.
Quick.
Yeah, that's enough. You're not gonna. You already gave because you're literally giving me the knife. You know what I mean? So I don't need to do fancy techniques,
Yep.
right? Again, you're coming in closer, even if you have the blade here, right? Again, right? What is the move there possibly? You're gonna cut my neck,
Yeah.
right?
Be careful.
So which way should I move?
You should move back.
Which way is the trajectory of the knife?
Right. So you want to move the opposite? But that, yeah, I was about to say so not.
So if I move back, that is good. But which way is the force going?
Right.
So I always follow. So when he comes, I move this way.
So you
right?
want to move
If you're stabbing this way, where's the force going?
upwards.
Right. So do I go down?
No, you
No.
don't
So
go
if you're going to push up, that's my escape.
Interesting.
Here, where do I go?
Since I'm going to come that way,
Right.
you want to go with it.
I can't fight it. That's
Yeah.
humility. I
Yeah.
know that I'm not going to fight. Again, if I'm trying to do a move or if I'm trying to do something, you get nervous, what are you going to do?
You're going to slice up.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I have to first breathe, relax, know that the ultimate is this way. So I need to move, escape first, and then see what I can do with the blade. Right? Always move first, and then work, and then fight.
Interesting.
So yeah. So that's I'm trying. There's a lot of tangents I can
There's a
go
lot.
on. Right.
There's a lot.
But actually, let's do this. We also do this in terms of training, right? So this is a real knife, but you're fine, right? How does it feel when I put the blade on you? Not bad, right?
Okay.
Now, some people, they get nervous, right? So part of the training too is, for example, while we're doing this, you know how we started? Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Good, right? And what happens now is you're going to desensitize yourself with the blade, right? Because that's another thing, right? When you cut into a tomato, like a ripe tomato
Yep.
or a soft tomato, which one's easier to cut through?
Right to me.
Right, because it's stiff, right?
Yeah.
So think of this. If you don't want to get cut, should you be stiff?
No, you want to be.
You want to be soft, right? Because even there, you don't want to start flexing because it's easy to cut those spots, right? How's it feel when I'm up here? Good. Good. That means you got some experience. Good. Right? But again, for most people, this is actually not easy, right? Because put a real blade, I use just my fake ones, the ones that are like the metal, they're already panicking. Now, watch this. If I slowly push, your body's going to tell you when to go.
Yeah.
Move back. Right. That's your escape. That's your movement. So again, we reverse engineer. This is not a self-defense technique. This is more just, we talked about intelligent body. Well, how do we do that? We need to give it information and data points. So now you know what it feels right. Right? Do you have to
Yeah.
think about it?
Nah,
No.
you want to get out the way.
You're
quick.
at the corner into your car and a guy comes like this with the blade right away.
you wanna
Right.
move.
You know where that trajectory is going. You don't have to go, huh? What are you doing? And all of a sudden, ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, right? So again, that's what we'll do. Is I'll start to slowly push.
Yeah.
Right.
You wanna
And then
go
you
with
move and escape with it. Exactly.
You wanna
Right.
turn it.
Right. And if you do it to me, right? This is where I start to say you push, right? I can start to stay close if I needed to fight.
Yeah.
You can use the tip like you're stabbing, because
Oh,
most people
for
will
sure?
stab. Yeah. Push harder. Actually, I should get you my other bigger knife.
Yeah, let
It's
me
better.
get a fake one over here.
No. Can I go grab one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is a real knife. It's just a bigger blade, so it's better. All right.
Listen, don't practice this shit at home. Sorry my language, but I'm being serious.
Well, even more reason that they need to come and train. We don't start off this way in our classes, just so you know. But I like you and I trust you, right?
I hope so.
So I'm fine with it, right? And at the end of the day, too, from my experience, if I'm going to do what I preach, like, I mean, I am always going to be. We always have a little bit of fear, but I'm confident in terms of my relaxation. As long as I follow, I relax, I'm calm, I move, and then if I have to fight, I fight. But other than that, those principles keep me alive. So, again, so when you push, keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Dude, I'm not going to keep pushing.
No, push. Right, keep pushing. Go. See, I stay soft, even though you're not. All right, that's okay. But that's where you, see, now what's going to happen is you are also learning what an attacker would do. Push. That's it, good. Keep going, push. You can go harder. There you go, that's it. That was a little bit better. Good. Go ahead. Nice, that's it, good. Now you see how my body keep going? Right? Now people say, how are you going to defend against a knife like that? Well, at the end of the day, keep going, right? I'm not going to let you. My body now is intelligent because when it comes, I know how to escape. Oh, and I can start working. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have to reverse engineer. I have to know what it feels like. Push. Well, all right, so it pushes that way. Now again, you come in to stab me. I work, and I can see what I can do and work from there on you. And even that, right? We were supposed to go there, but you went that way, right? But still, I have to adapt to the situation, even if I didn't anticipate it. You see what I'm saying? So that's where, sorry, go ahead.
So obviously there's all training. In a situation where a realtor is vulnerable in a house and it's a lady realtor.
Right.
And the male person is a lot quicker.
Right.
How would she, in a real life situation, what would she do? Because especially when you have a male figure who's bigger, stronger than a woman, how would she go about, or what type of senses or judgment should she utilize once she sees a guy pull out a blade?
Right, so we will also say that if you're in a knife fight, you've done 99% of Sistema wrong. I shouldn't be in that position.
All right.
But we do it where we put you in the worst case scenario first so that you can experience it, you can deal with your emotions and the psyche around that, and once you get comfortable, then I'm not as nervous getting there, but I do need to do all kinds of work to not. So if you put out the knife, right, first thing is, all right, I'm gonna keep my distance. And we talked about in the beginning, I'm looking at you, but now I'm using my peripherals. The exit is over there, there's another exit there, there's a mini wall that I might need to jump over there, right? There's bags, there's cover, there's things that I need to start directing. But again, you're intent on me, right? Well, guess what? I can control you, right? Because I know you're coming after me. So say you're walking towards me, I can guide you here. Let's go over here.
I see. So
do you see what I'm
saying?
saying?
It's like the cat's chasing the mouse type of situation.
Exactly. It's not. I'm not a victim in a sense. Do you know what I mean? Like the paradigm has to shift as much as you have a weapon. But I know you want me. You know. So you're gonna do wherever I go, you go. You know what I mean? So I can guide you to areas where you know I would rather you go, or I just know that's my exits. Now, oh sorry, go ahead.
So you're saying once a victim, shall I use, realizes what's going on, first thing goes back to the very first technique, breathe.
Right.
Breathe, have control of the situation.
Right. Actually, control of yourself.
Control of yourself, yes.
And then you can control the situation, correct.
And then from there, you see that you want to move according to if there's an exit, not even before you move that way, you want to be able to know where certain things are.
But that's exactly, as a realtor, right? You know your house.
Yes.
And so you should always have a plan. If you do have a house that you feel like, oh, there's an area that I don't want to go into, make your goes and no-goes, meaning that I'm not going there. Or if I do, I know where I can go out, right? Or where I can escape. Because you always want to escape. Again, moving is also escaping. It's not fighting. The fight is the last resort. But the breathe, the move, the breathe, the move, the breathe, the move,
should be always
that's
the first
always
two
what
things that you want to focus.
Absolutely.
The fight is the very, very last thing you want to get into.
Absolutely, right? And that's why, too, like, that you can practice every day, though, too. Do you know what I mean? The breathing and the moving. But exactly, so learning her exit strategies, where could she go? Does the basement have a window if I was stuck? Or is it one of those windows that are, you know, they're barred in? Like, so I'm not gonna do that. Do I maybe light up the area so it's lighter, so he feels a little bit, he's less gonna want to attack maybe because there's a lot of light? And maybe, like I said too, maybe say to the person, like our company policies that, you know, in this basement, we females who are alone do not go with the consumer, with the buyers or whoever's they're showing the house to, but you're more than welcome to check it out, and any questions you have, you can ask me once you come up. You know what I mean? So you can create a safe zone in your house. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. Now everybody's different, right? Everybody has different goes, no goes. You know what I mean? So, but that's where your plan and strategizing is. You know, the realtor should sit down. It doesn't take long. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So
now, what is a fighting situation? Now you're utilizing the move technique. I mean, the breathing technique. Then you utilize the move technique. The predator predator has a hold of you. We're going into a fight situation. How does that look like?
So, the other part of systema at the end of the day would be striking. Breathing and striking will be your way out. And striking is, when they don't listen to your words, they're going to listen to your fists. They're going to listen to your slaps. They're going to listen to whatever kind of pain and damage you're going to do to them. And that's the harsh reality. You can't be, there's a time for compliance, but then there's a time to get the job done, right? And again, punching bags feel a lot different than hitting a person. Do you know what I mean? And obviously they don't hit back, right? That's so everybody, we all know that. So you can get great, and even there, I'll argue the point. When you have a glove on, right, and you wrap your hands, you have about that much space of contact. So when I'm hitting something, right, my fist is actually stopping here, right? So all the years of punching, I'm training my body, my arm will always stop here. Now take off the glove, what's gonna happen? I won't know I gotta do that extra to get to him. And so you're sort of training bad habits sometimes. It's a great sport, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? Like you can definitely get something out of it, but for us, you know what I mean? We're teaching you how to hit where I don't need to wind up, but even there, when I'm hitting you, right? There's a sense of like I don't mean any, I'm not right. So see, from striking, I feel your tension go there. So strategically, I just hit you there so you buckle and then to the face, right? But those are the things you end up learning. But for a woman, again, she's hitting, bam, bam. He's gonna be like, oh crap.
I'm actually a punching bag right now, by the way.
We actually say punching is healing, very healing. Because whenever you have tension, right? That's how I get to heal you. You're gonna feel good after this.
I hope so, because I'm tense right now.
Yeah, and everybody holds their stress right on their traps.
Which is true.
Yeah, right? But again, that would be something. If you came in to grab me, boom, I hit there, I hit to your neck, I hit to your body. I also would always recommend hitting to the arms.
Interesting.
Because again, what
Loosens
are you?
up everything.
Well, your body, this is your body. You have a box, you have two limbs. What delivery system are you going to do to either grab or strike me? Your arms, right? Now, when I hit your arms, are you going to use that arm? No, you're going to use that one.
Exactly.
I'll take that one away too. Do you see what I'm saying? So smacking your arms allows me to, you're not going to feel like using that hand, right? And it doesn't take much force. So learning how to even strike, like you coming in with your fists or coming toward, boom, I'm gonna smack and break that, right? Because that's the problem, right? And then you're the problem. So we talk about this way. You come in to strike, boom, hit, boom, lights out, that's it. So I need to aim for always here. So we'll do a lot of drills, and with women too, like I do this with them, like go to my neck, try to push my neck, right? Exactly, good. Use your other hand, just walk towards me, right? Now make a fist. And just go like this and just push on my face. Like I'll do it to you. So just relax and just push. 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 Do it to me. Push. That's it. Good. No, don't get in a fighting stance. See I know. But see, but in all fairness, see how you can do what you did, right? If you were the other person and I saw you go in your stance, right? Remember we were in the office the other day, closest weapon, closest target? Right, see? Right, so boom, you're gonna hit that, I'm gonna smack that, I'm gonna smack your face because you're giving me all this. So in one way, you just told me what you're gonna give me. Do you see what I mean? So what I want you to do is walk to me like you're in a natural position. So I'll come to you and I'll just push. I'll come to you and I'll push. That's actually how we start our strikes all the time. Because now you're learning how to make that strike, right? So come to me, just place your fist. There, that was better. Go slower. That was so, and bend your arm. Yeah, now push. Good. Wait till I come, relax. Always start and relaxed, then place your fist, and you don't even have to squeeze hard. I even do it this way.
Yeah, I know it's what you were doing,
Right. You know why? Because, again, you have hard parts and you have soft parts. So my fist has to be adaptable. If it's too hard, bone on bone, what's gonna happen? I hit you in the face, that's how people crack their hands. So bony, I'm soft. Soft, I'm hard. Soft, I'm hard, right? Bony, I'm soft, right? Because I know those are bones. Right, I'm not gonna bust my hands. I know where I can hit. So when you're learning to push, you're teaching your fist like, oh, so there's a bony part there. I shouldn't push that hard, right? Neck, it's a bit soft. I can push a little bit more. Neck is always great though. We do that in class too. To practice hitting to the head, we won't hit to the head, but we'll start pushing to the neck. because that teaches you your distance to the face. So if I'm pushing, right, I'm coming in. And also, you want to do it from any position, right? I want to learn how to strike if I'm here. Because if I'm talking and you're sneaking behind me, I need to sort of find out where I can start to hit that, you know, that you won't see it. You know what I mean? Like I can hit from anywhere. And if I'm this way, right, I'm going to hit, I can reach. So I start to learn my distances, like, all right, these are all the spots I can hit. Now you do that to me. Good, yeah? And then switch positions a bit, right? And do it nice, like, you know what you want to do? Do you hear the sound?
Yeah.
Do it again. All right, so that's a high-pitched sound. Now go a little bit heavier. All right, so you hear that sound?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll do it to you. So that's a bit high-pitched, right? You hear that?
Yeah, different.
You hear
more
that?
like thump.
Yeah. That's what the person's gonna go, ugh, okay, she means business.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of times we punch, we're massaging. Yeah. Right? But
Combo.
nice, that was a good one, right? But if I'm hitting, right, into your soul, that's when you're like, okay.
You dropped it.
Right,
Yeah.
and I'm relaxing you in a way. So you can do that to me. It's actually fun. No,
Oh,
so go.
Sorry.
So one thing is, when you pull back, that's another thing. If I'm giving you 100, if I want to give you 100% of energy, if I go this and I pull back, I give you 80, I pull back 20. Actually, a lot of people do 60, 40, right? So I'm giving you a little bit, but then I'm taking some back.
Yeah.
So if I want to give it to you, I need to leave it there.
Yeah.
Do you see the difference?
Yeah. Because it's just like,
Yeah.
it sits there, you feel like, oh,
Right.
all right, got me.
But that's nothing with muscle. You don't have to be strong. You have to be committed to striking
Connect
into
in the
them.
right places.
So we strike, there's skin, there's muscle, and then there's soul.
Interesting.
All right, so for you,
Don't forget that skin, muscle, soul.
soul, yeah.
Remember that.
You want to finish him with the soul and make him a better person. So that's usually what you want to say. Then they're not as angry anymore, right? So try skin. Good. Try muscle. A little bit more. Now, a little bit. Yeah, so you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Now try a little bit of soul. Good. Actually, go just relax into it.
Oh, chest.
Yeah, no, that was good.
All right.
But you pulled back a little bit. So just let it in. You'll see me move, and you do it right. My body will be like a wave. It'll go. It'll move back. So just relax right into me. That was better. You hear the sound on that? Yeah. More. That was good.
Yeah.
Good. So I moved a little bit. Do it again. Nice. That was better. Still holding it back a little bit because I can feel it. Trust me, you can. I've been hit so hard by so many people. Do not worry. And I always disclaim: if I get knocked down, right, I'm not gonna write you up or nothing. Right? Go ahead. Nice.
Oh, that was
good. That was good.
Yeah, I don't even like this shit, to be honest.
No, but wait a second. This is actually good. Think of it this way. So, like if I'm hitting you, I understand the thing. It's hard in the beginning, and that's what I say to like, going back again, full circle with the women. Like if your life depends on it, you have to. If we're talking about the fight part, you have to be undomesticated. You have to be that. You have to survive, and you have to use the tools. You can't feel bad. You can't feel sorry. You can't be whatever. But if you do it in a relaxed way, I'll show you a difference. Like if I'm fearful or aggressive, right? You see, there's a different feeling you get. If I'm relaxed, right? It's not like the transfer of like the anger, right? There's a lot of nerves there too. That's why it's good to,
that's why they say it's good when you hit that gun. You buckle.
Right.
It's like hitting the ribs almost.
But again, I'll teach you how to take strikes too, right? Because we're like a pressure valve, right? There's air in us. So when you hit me, go ahead. Right, you actually helping me push the air out. Go ahead, do it again. Good. Yep. Again. Nice. So now. Try the other hand. You're a lefty, huh?
I'm a righty.
Oh, those were all with your left. Ready? All right, so good. So now you're still coming back. What I want you to do, think of this. Take a piece of tape and stick it on me.
I see.
There you go. See the difference there?
Yeah, because you're keeping it.
Yeah, you stick it in there. Like that's, go ahead. Nice. Good. See, actually now I'm moving a little bit more because you're creating that movement inside of me. So again, it's one of those things. If I came up to you and you just do that shot, boom, then, oh no, you went back. Stick it. And don't worry, and it's your first day, so it's awesome. That's what my job is. I help you every time you sort of make a little deviation, I'll help you so you get back to where you should be. But do it again, so if I come in, there, right. Now I'll be like, oh, this is gonna be tough. Forget this. Do you know what I mean? Like that in itself can do a lot. You know, and we also do it too. Like if there was 3 people in the room and I need to deal with all 3 of you, I'll hit you like I'm hitting all 3.
Interesting.
So I'm not just going to hit you. When I hit you, I'm hitting you, boom. So everybody
so they can
feels
feel it.
Right,
so it's
exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a lot that goes with the striking that's also very, you know, there's a lot of nuances. Again, it's not just the technique. Okay, I got to go 45. I got to go 40. I might not have that opportunity. Again, what if I'm on the ground? How am I going to punch? I'm a female. He's pushed me to the ground.
Yep.
What do I do? Right? Most likely, what are you going to do?
I'm probably going to jump on top. Yeah.
Which just actually leads to one principle, if I can share with everybody,
definitely.
at least for females. There's a thing, we use a principle called framing.
Just don't kick the shit out of my balls.
No, I'm not even going to hit you. Framing is I'm going to create spikes in my body so that you can't get on top of me.
Interesting.
So the biggest thing when somebody gets on top of you, if they know what they're doing, they're going to try to affect your respiratory system. Because when you can't breathe, what starts to happen, right? You start to panic, and then you can't problem solve, and I can't really fight back, and that's what he wants, and whatever. So I have to be able to know, keep my lungs and all that available. Most wrestlers, that's what they'll do. Try to do knee on belly, get you on your ribs, get you in your face, get all kinds of stuff, right? So say you're trying to get on top of me, right? So right there, see, there's a frame right there. Just you can get that right. So I'm always keep going, just like you want to get on top. Right. So exactly, keep going. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. So I'm framing on you. You see how I'm framing on you? Right. So from there, again, remember I told you before, we have strikes. So I can come in right there. I can come in from there. I can start hitting. I can start smacking. I can start working my way up. Right. So my strikes. You see how they are? I need to break those things that you're giving me. And that's what we always say too in my system. When you come in, what are you giving me? Hands. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Everything you come in, I need to start fighting. You know what I mean? Because that's what you're gonna be like a porcupine. Would you ever hug a porcupine? No, right? So I'm that porcupine. So every time you come near me, boom, 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 you're getting pricked, and it's like, ugh, I need to get away from this. So that's one idea too when you're thinking about it. But again, when you come to class, you'll practice that. Because for women, they do tend to, they'll be on their backs, and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. So again,
they make themselves vulnerable.
But again, it's also good exercise. I'll teach you how to move without your hands and your legs, right? So again, even if I'm around there, I learn how to move, how to escape. What if I'm handcuffed? What if I'm tied? You know what I mean? What do I do to at least move? But even there, I have weapons, right? Because even though my legs are tied, you try to get on top of me. Are you ever going to get on top of me?
No, because you're going.
Probably not. And I have to learn how to get up, even from there. Right, so if I'm here, and again, so what's the problem? You have a knife, right? If I'm going to start to grab, you know what I mean? It's going to be tough. I start to I start to work here. And again, I start to move in areas that at least, you know what I mean?
That's vulnerable.
Yeah, you're coming in, boom. I'm starting to hit, and I have to work my way up so I can see where I can strike and hit and escape. So again, it goes back to where my weapons are anywhere and everywhere. So again, for the women like, I can't hit hard enough. Trust me, you can. You definitely can. You just got to come and train. And your husband won't let you hit him, so I will. You can hit me. Do you know what I mean? In all seriousness, you got to have a place to go where people are willing to allow you to, you practice that. You know what I mean? Because the techniques, I mean, again, where are you going to practice and how are you going to do it? You do it a couple times in class, but what happens when it goes wrong? You know what I mean? I'll give one other one since we're here. Say somebody pushes me against the wall. All right, some people want to grab. The quickest thing and the best thing to do is, like, say you pin me, right? Just squat down and then go.
All right.
Right? Because what happens is that they're pushing here. Push forward, right? The force is going where?
Back.
Right, so once I squat,
the force is down.
It breaks the force and I can move, right? So if you go back in, I do it to you. I push you in, just squat, right, exactly. Why waste time? Again, you coming in, force on force, and I'm trying to do
all that crazy stuff when you can just bounce from sliding under.
And not only that, you can, again, if I had nothing, right, I can start to move your hands though. You see how, like, if I'm flexible, I can start to move. You have me by the neck, exactly, again, I'll duck, right, and I'll just go. You know what I mean? So a lot of it is that movement in space first. You know, I grab, you move. Move that arm, right. Right there, everything now changes again. So now I gotta go there. It changes. Now, we could play the game forever, but that's where you go back to your strikes. So you escape, right? I come in, boom, over. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So it's not overly complicated, but it's also rehearsing and drilling that.
Constant practice.
So we'll do drills. You come to grab, right? I'll escape. I'll see if I can move. Even if you're grabbing on still, right? That's okay.
At least I'm moving with you.
Now I find my strike. I mean, that one I couldn't get away, so I'll hit. If I can get away, right. If I see you come to grab, right, I'll learn to see if I can move, right? Again, that's also, you don't know which hand is gonna come to you. So if I come to you, right away you know you escape that. Right. If I come here, right. Yeah, there you go. Now you go matrix.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Right? Well, but that's what it is. It's getting out of the way. You know, like even there, in all fairness, you only have to, that's all you have to move, right? Because I now have to reach.
Is not,
But then you collect your feet, step back, now you're back in posture, right? Like if you do it to me, I go back, but now I'm in posture, right? Because now I'm in the power of strength.
Yeah.
And again, when you come to reach, you give me your hands, boom, break, boom, right there, right? Because I'm giving you my fingers. Yeah,
to break
use
somebody's
them.
thumb, yeah.
What do you say? Thank you. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. Right?
Not back.
So again, even if I'm coming here, right? Even from here, you're controlling me.
Yeah.
Even though I'm grabbing you, but we're almost like one body. We're connected. So whatever you do,
you're fine.
say you lift your hand up, all right? But even there, say you want to control me. Like, so keep going. Like, say, I'll do it to me. So if you're grabbing onto me, right? Oh, I see you pulling back. All right, good. Yeah, so because you can start to play around because I start to feel where you're pulling and where you're not. Because I really don't care. You see how like, in one way, I'm giving you this, but I'm gonna give you this. Do you see what I mean? Like that is not a threat. That is actually, you want me focused on that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They don't realize what's coming.
Again, why tell them what I'm gonna hit him with? Right? Let him take it. Let him take this. Let him. You almost have to give a little to take a little. You know what I mean? And plus with them, with the person when they're grabbing, like, okay, I got what I wanted.
But they don't realize.
But then, but even there, I have there, that's a strike right there. They just made themselves vulnerable, right? As somebody going in to grab or to tackle you, what are they giving you?
The head.
So just punch me in the head.
Pop, pop.
Right. I come in, knee. Right. Do you know what I mean? Again, it's not being afraid. Like whatever comes, you're able to deal with. And even as a female, even if you don't strike, say you come in, like my slaps are good too. Slaps are awesome, right? Because they burn.
Yeah, they fucking burn, all right.
Right, exactly. That's where they go, ooh. And I actually teach a lot of slapping because it doesn't hurt the person. And it feels very like, you see the sound? Right, exactly. So I always tell them, you do the French slap, right? Make them know who's boss. Boom, smack. Right, you can do that to me. Now,
I can't smack the way you smack. Holy shit. I'm not a smacker. I will punch though.
No. This is perfect for striking. So again, it goes back. If I hit you and I'm holding a little bit back, right? I have to sort of like give it.
That burns.
Right, but did you see how, like, I didn't do much of a, you know what I mean? I'm just really just giving. So you do it to me. So go slow so you can feel it. So there's that. Yeah, give me more. Yeah, hit. That's it, good.
I
you see how you start giving me the strike? Again, you don't have to lift weights, you don't have to wind up to strike. They're just, boom, you're just learning how to commit to hitting and making that movement inside their body.
That's fucking
So that's the fight part again. But you can start to see how the breathing and all that connects. Even the striking. So if I strike going, right? When I'm inhaling, I'm sort of holding something. But if I'm going to strike, exhale, you see the difference? So you can do it to me. Inhale, strike. All right, now inhale, exhale, and strike. No, exhale before you strike.
Exhale before I strike.
Oh, right. Right. Do you see the difference on that one? Because it's like everything else, right? Striking is an extension. I'm expanding, right? Like my arms need to get there. But if I tighten my muscles, I'm contracting. So how can I contract and expand? I can't, right? You just can't. So I have to expand and just let my arm go. Then what we'll teach too is even getting hit. Wait, so I'm gonna hold my breath and you just keep hitting me. Good, now relax, now relax. Now I'm gonna exhale. Wait, I'm gonna exhale first. Now go. Keep hitting me. Right. I'm still getting hit, but exactly, there's softness, but I'm also relaxed, but I can take the hit. So watch, you do it yourself. Hold, inhale, and hold the breath. Just hold the breath. Good, now exhale. And then what you're gonna do now is inhale, exhale, and then hold the exhale. Yeah, what's the different state of mind between the two?
More control.
Correct, right? That's again, it's not panic. I can relax and still take the hits, but I just need to relax. I need to chill. I can still flex while I'm relaxing. So that's what I'll teach too. Like again, if I'm in a fight, the first thing is when you come to hit, I relax. I know I can be strong. And then we'll teach that too. Like that's where I'll start teaching you how to synchronize your breathing. Because people say, oh, when you get hit, how do you take it? On the inhale, exhale? It's on any inhale or exhale. So I'll exaggerate. So I'll just think of my breathing like a separate pump, and you just keep hitting me.
All right.
Good. Now you see there's no disruption in my breathing, right? That means I'm not afraid. Because usually when people are going to get hit, go ahead, they go,
they tense,
they tense, right? So that helps my breathing, helps me stay calm under the wind of fire of whatever. So that's more of a physical representation of that, and it's good to sort of see that. But again, you're teaching how to stay calm under the storm. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So we'll do this to you all the time. So you try it now. So just inhale, I'll do it to you.
Right.
I'm gonna go slow and soft. Just keep inhale, exhale. Now do this. Don't inhale through your traps. Just inhale through here. Keep this relaxed. Good, like that. And go slow down a little bit. Do it like a relaxed, like just nice and easy. Like you're chill. Just inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Again, how does that feel, right?
Feel
does
relaxed.
it feel, right.
You feel
Even though
chill.
you're getting hit.
Yeah, but it's like it's nothing almost.
Right, exactly. You're not making it worse for yourself, again, by panicking and making it bigger than it is. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, now we add the knife, right? Inhale, exhale. That's it. So we'll do the same thing. I'm not going to go strong, but you keep that same default, right? And you start to be inhale, exhale. You stay calm under the attack, right? Inhale, exhale. Right. Right? And then that's how the training is. We just keep layering stressors, stressors, stressors. You practice, go to your default, stay calm and strong, calm and strong. And then after a while, it's just going to be innate. And then when you get in a situation, the first thing you'll do is like, all right, relax. Inhale, exhale. Now assess, figure out what am I going to do next, and so on.
Interesting. You guys see my man Sasha this is what I wanted to do today. And the man put it on, he actually schooled us. There's some techniques in there that you guys could definitely use. Once again, do not practice this at home. Practice with the man Sasha. So you guys know what it is. You guys met my man Sasha. Some great Russian techniques that he showed today. So you could be able to use whenever you see yourself in a situation, so you can be able to have control of that situation, all right? Some great technique. Even if you do plan on wanting to train or whatever the case may be, see my man Sasha, come down to his gym. He'll teach you some amazing techniques that you guys basically saw, how to have control, once again, of your breathing, how to move, and now if you are in the situation, how to fight so you can get out of that situation. Sasha, if you don't mind, talk to the people, let the people know how they can get a hold of you if they want to learn the techniques of breathe, move, fight, and have control of a situation if they ever see themselves in that situation.
Absolutely. So it's very simple. CranstonSelfDefense.com is the website. 401-400-5857 if you want to call or text me. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. And definitely, there's no belts, there's no testing. It's just constant training and just always upping your game and doing the principles breathe, move, fight, and just learn how to deal with a scary situation, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's definitely facts. You guys know what it is. It's your man Sadiq from Experiences with Sadiq. So I'll catch you guys on the next show. Whether you guys want to train or whether you guys want to just learn the techniques that he has, whatever the case may be, please reach out to my man Sasha. He could definitely kick some knowledge and show you some tricks, give you some tips and tricks in regards to this whole Russian fighting technique that he has going on. Until next time, it's your man Sadiq. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Sadiq Davies, my personal page, my team page, the Davies Group, and obviously you guys know Experiences with Sadiq. Also, my YouTube page. Please like and subscribe. Catch you guys next time. Love, peace, happiness.
Yeah,
That was dope.